Hi, Tim Crosbie here, Carramar Professional. I wanted to talk to you today about the way I like to go about coaching golf. I get a lot of players who come and see me, and I often ask them what they think they do wrong in their golf swing and also what it is they think they need to improve on. And they've often got a dozen or more commands in their mind that they're working on. And that's far too many, and quite often they're working at the wrong things. We're all a product of what we think about. And I often am trying to de-golf my students a little bit. I'm trying to stop them thinking so much and just get them to feel the motion. I have got my bag of tricks here that I like to use to help players with it. I've got an impact bag, medicine balls, got all little different gadgets that I use, and one of my favourites is this tennis racket. I've never seen anybody swing a tennis racket and transfer their weight incorrectly, yet get a golf club and a golf ball on the ground and we can be falling over. So there's a lot of misconceptions, there's a lot of rules that people are trying to work through, but I often find if we can keep it simple, and I try and give my students 2 or 3 things at most that they need to focus on to improve their game, that's how we get the best result, rather than trying to jump around and practice 10 or 12 different things. So it's really about having a clear picture. It's really about not thinking too much. It's really about feeling what a golf swing is all about. And with good, clear direction and some good practice, you can improve your game. If you'd like to have me as your coach, call the Pro Shop at Carramar Golf Course. Thank you. Hi, Tim Crosbie, Carramar Professional. I'd like to show you how I go about teaching people how to get out of a bunker. The very, very first thing that we need is a good sand iron. And a good sand iron will have a good bounce angle on it here, which is just this angle on the bottom of the club. And it's important that we've got a sand iron that has a lot of bounce if you're going to be able to get out of a fluffy bunker. Now, some sand irons are made for tour players. They've got very little bounce, and if you're a tour player, that's the sort of sand iron that you should use. But if you want some help, I would suggest you go and see your professional and get him to advise you which is the right club for you. A lot of the modern sand irons don't have a lot of bounce, and they're made more for pitching. And a good sand iron will have, again, a wider sole, as this one does, and certainly a lot of angle on it, so that when the club enters the sand, this sole can engage with the sand and bounce the ball out. A lot of people make mistakes of entering the club, entering the sand incorrectly, getting their hands perhaps too far forward, and they've turned their sand iron into a pitching wedge or a 9-iron. They've taken loft off it and the bounce is gone and the club just digs in and the ball stays in the bunker. So we do need to enter the sand correctly with the bounce first, and we also need a sand iron that's going to help us. So when you've got the right club, I'll show you here how I like to teach somebody to play a bunker shot. I've made this little square here, and I like to tell my students this is a fillet steak. It's 1 inch thick, and we've got an egg sitting on the top of it, which is the golf ball. And what we're trying to do is blast that steak out of the bunker and hopefully the ball on the way to the pin. So again, this steak's 1 inch thick, it's not 4 inches thick, and we're trying to hit 1 inch behind the ball, just at the edge of the steak, not 4 inches behind. We don't want to be greedy. And we're setting up, and we want to get the club to enter the sand correctly. We've got a wideish stance, we've got the ball forward in our stance so that the club can enter the sand, and there's some bounce angle, and if we get that correct, the ball will pop up and come out of the bunker. The right sand iron and the right technique, you can get the ball out of the bunker and close to the pin all the time. Give me a call if you'd like some help.